Hey guys, Matt Artisan here, and today I want to talk about the simple dating strategy that I use that gets me 5 to 10 dates per week. And yes, you heard that correctly, 10, sometimes even more than that. And you might think, how is that even possible to go on so many dates? It's like, 2 a day. Just wait and find out. It's absolutely possible, and I put very little time into it. Probably like less than 2 hours a week, something like that, to make this happen. There's basically 3 ways to meet women, 3 categories: approaching, online dating, and then social circle group events. I do all 3. I make them all work together, and for each one of them, I put in as little time as possible, and I have it systematized so it's kind of like on autopilot. So when it comes to approaching, a lot of guys run around the streets like out here and they spend hours, let's say an hour, and they approach 2 or 3 girls. That is not a good time investment. In the beginning, yes, you need to put in the work, you need to put in the time, you need to put in the effort to get good at it, to learn the skill. After that, I recommend live your life. Set up a habit of going out, going for a walk. I walk my dog sometimes. I walk around and I make these videos. After this, I'm gonna walk around just a little bit, probably just 15 minutes. Maybe I'll approach, maybe I won't. It just depends if I see anybody or not. And so I'm not putting any extra time out of my day to do it. I'm just living my life. When I see a beautiful woman, I go talk to her. That might only be 3 or 4 times a week. And I'm okay with that. That's totally fine. So it's not putting much extra time. If I approach 5 girls a week, that literally takes me, I'd say, about 2 minutes on average for each approach. Maybe even less, because some approaches are like 10 seconds. She's just like, no thanks, I have a boyfriend, take care. So I'd say, let's say 2 minutes. So 5 approaches in a week will take 10 minutes. Not a lot of time. I don't go to bars and clubs to meet women. Very rarely do I do that because I don't enjoy that environment. If you like it, then do it. If you don't like it, again, in the beginning, you need to master the skill, and a bar or a club can be a great place to master the skill. Once you've mastered the skill, it's not a good use of your time unless you love that environment. Then of course, go there because you enjoy it, and then also approach women because women just happen to be there. Next, let's talk about online dating. Online dating is great for, not so much for quality, like really, really amazing quality. Like the 10s, the 9s, the supermodels in your city, they're not on Tinder, but it's good for getting some attractive girls. We'll call them 8s, I guess, and getting lots of dates with those kind of girls. But it takes a lot of time, so don't do it yourself. You need to outsource it. That's what I do. I am sleeping and getting dates because I have somebody else in the Philippines swiping, messaging, adding girls to my Instagram, and then even sending some of the messages on my Instagram. He has access to my Instagram as well. So that's how you maximize your time. And yes, it's gonna cost a little bit of money, but not that much. I pay him $5 an hour. And he's not doing it full time, but he's getting me lots of dates from online dating. Now, here's where everything gets really crazy. I sometimes go on one-on-one dates, like traditional one-on-one dates, meeting a girl for a coffee or a smoothie. I like to do a smoothie or go to a bar. That is the only time I go to a bar, is when I'm on a date. If the girl is really, really cute, I will do that. Like, I can tell by her pictures, or I met her in person and she is like really attractive. Then I will go on a date. I only go on one-on-one dates maybe once a week on average, maybe twice a week on average, something like that. But then you're thinking, wait, I just said I go on 10 dates a week, 5 to 10 dates a week. Group dates. So this is what I do. All these girls that I'm meeting that take very little time, right? 10 minutes a week from approaching, 0 amount of time for online dating because somebody else is doing it. All these girls, that same VA is inviting to a group event. Typically it's a club. I know, I told you I don't like going to clubs, but guess what? I don't like going to clubs to approach girls. I don't like going to clubs by myself or with a wingman. Approaching. I just don't do that. I'm 42 years old. I did that when I was in my 20s and early 30s a lot. And I liked it back then. I don't like it anymore. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't like drugs or alcohol. So I just don't like that environment. However, being at a VIP table surrounded by 10 girls is totally different. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know what I'm talking about. I post those pictures and videos quite frequently. And it's usually me, sometimes one or two other guys splitting a table, and sometimes the guys buy the tables and I just bring the girls because I'm bringing value. And, you know, table costs a decent amount of money. I have a decent amount of money, but I don't always like to spend it. So I sometimes network with other guys and say, hey, you need girls. I have girls. So you get the table, I'll bring the girls. We'll have 2 or 3 guys and 10, sometimes even 15 girls. The most I've had is 14 girls and just me. I'm the only guy. And it's super fun. I enjoy that. I love being surrounded by female energy. It's the easiest. I consider it like a group date, even though the girls aren't thinking of it as a date. I do. It's the easiest date you'll ever go on. It's the funnest date you'll ever go on. You don't have to talk to every girl nonstop. A lot of guys are really afraid of doing this because they think, oh my gosh, how do I manage all these girls? Well, as long as you have a container, that's what's really important. Like a VIP table at a club, or they're at your house party or your yacht party or something like that. And if you don't have a container and you're just inviting girls to a bar, then just have less. Having 15 girls at a bar and you're just standing around at a bar is not really gonna work. You need a container for that amount of people. If it's 5, cool, I will go bar hopping with 5 girls. And again, I enjoy that, that's fun. I don't like approaching in those environments. I do it if I'm in that environment by myself, but it's super fun. Like, I just love female energy. I love just their sensuality and sexuality. And I also meet other girls when I'm in that type of situation, because if I'm at a VIP table and I see another girl down, not in the VIP section, all I gotta do is tell one of the girls at the table, hey, that girl's really cute over there. Can you invite her up? Yes, they will do it. It's easy for them. They just go down there and say, hey, my friend thinks you're cute and wants to invite you to our table. Would you like to have some free drinks with us? Yes, the girl's gonna say yes to that. So I do meet other girls while I am doing these events. And let me just tell you about the after parties. Actually, I can't tell you about the after parties, but sometimes we have after parties at my place and they get a little wild. They get a little crazy. So not only is this the smartest way to meet girls, the easiest way to meet girls, and by the way, after these events, you can go on one-on-one dates so easily with any of the girls from the group event, the group date, because they've seen you, they've hung out with you now, they've seen you in your element, they see all these girls competing over your attention because there's not many guys to choose from. So even if you're not that good looking of a guy, the sheer fact that you're one of the only guys that they can really talk to, especially if you're on a yacht. They literally, what are they gonna swim over to another boat? They literally have no other options. That's my favorite because they're stuck with you. But even at a VIP table, they don't really want to go off to other tables usually. Sometimes they do, and that's fine. You have so many girls, it doesn't matter if 1 or 2 of them leave, but usually they stay with you. So your attraction goes way up. You guys already know, I'm sure, you've heard me talk about fame brain, pre-selection, and how when women see other women attracted to you, they become attracted to you. So you don't have to do much when you're in that environment surrounded by a bunch of girls. You literally just can sit there, enjoy the environment. Yeah, you gotta flirt and talk to them. You can't just sit there and do nothing, but you don't have to feel like you have to talk to them the entire time. It's like, let them talk to each other. Let them just have fun. You can just be chill. You can talk to the other guy a little bit and just have a good time. I sometimes go say hi to the DJ and the club owners and stuff like that. By the way, that does make you seem like a local celebrity when you're bringing 10 or more girls into the club. The club owner will definitely meet you. He will, or the bar manager will come up to you. I've gotten tons of free tables this way. Sometimes even the other night, I brought 2 girls into a club and I got a free table just from 2 girls because the bar manager has seen me there many times and I know him and he knows I bring a lot of girls. He knows I'm basically VIP. Even though I personally don't spend a lot of money there, I'm always there with lots of girls. And I've always had a table at this one particular club, always. I've never stood around with my dick in my hand like everybody else. I guess their beer in their hand, but same kind of thing, because probably gonna go home. Anyways, you get my point. It's basically like you become the shit. You become the man. Like you feel like the man. It's just super fun. Like I would not go to bars and do it any other way at this point. And then, like I said, after party, back at your place, that's where the crazy stuff can happen. You got to know how to facilitate that. But try it. Let me know. Leave a comment down below. I'm curious if you've ever tried this, if you've ever thought about this, if you have the balls to do it. Because most guys I tell this to, and even clients that I teach this to, they just say, nah, I'll meet girls from approaching. I'll meet girls from online dating. I'll do the swiping myself. Like, what the... Who the hell are you that you're gonna be sitting there swiping all day by yourself? Not all day, but you know what I mean? Like, if your time is worth more than $5 an hour, if you get paid more than $5 an hour at your job, why would you swipe? I get it doing it like a little bit on your own. I do a little bit of online dating actually here and there, but the majority of it is outsourced. So what is stopping you from doing that? What is stopping you from outsourcing your online dating, approaching beautiful women whenever you see them, and then inviting them all to a party or some sort of event? It could even be hiking. I brought girls rock climbing to a rock climbing gym. I think it was 6 girls rock climbing gym, then went back to my place afterwards. There's so many different options. It just makes your life way more fun. You're gonna get way more dates. And you meet high status people this way too, men as well. Because again, they approach you. They're like, who the heck is this guy having all these women around him? He must be somebody. You must be a celebrity, or you must be like a multi-millionaire, billionaire, or be somebody if you have all these beautiful women around you. You just must be the coolest man on the planet. That's what people think. And that's what women think too. That's why your attraction goes up so much when you implement this. So, are you gonna do it? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Send me a message on Instagram if you want my help. Cheers, and I hope you enjoyed.